Probably won't be able to kill him, but gonna get him low, so whenever they meet back up, Dash will be able to finish him off before Kenkirk fires, and now Oiken's gonna be trailing him too. You know, I was saying this is the kind of matchup you want with Decimators, but at the same time, it's still kind of a bad matchup for Imperial because they're so unmaneuverable. And you know, they got that 360 arc. It's just hard to stay on that 2400 when it can barrel roll and boost, even though it's relegated to doing mostly one turns and bangs because it's going to be stressed every time. But it's hard to stay on them. And they're so maneuverable. If you're Oiken, you really don't get to activate his ability too often. Yeah, really surprising to see Vader on Oiken. You'd think you'd run with Dauntless instead. Of course, that would have been a perfect time to use it had he not got the kill on Jan. But oops. Dauntless only 2 points. Kind of surprised you wouldn't see that instead, but like I said, he's probably got more experience running this build than me, so I shouldn't talk. So what do we got here? Big question here is whether Kenkirk's got the balls to do a 2 left bank and try to clear at least one of those stresses. I don't know. I think you might as well just do a 2 left because you're not going to clear it this turn. And the turn after, you're going to be away from Dash outside his arc. So might as well just play it safe and go 2 left. But it's not great piloting to get 2 stresses on your boy like that, especially when you've got Isan. So 2 right turn, that makes it easily. He's gonna lock, that's a good decision. Sure enough, he does the 1 left bank. Man, that 2 left, I think it would have made it. But he's also probably thinking he wants to try to save at least a range 2 at Dash. You know Dash is probably just going to boost barrel roll to get out away from Oiken, so he doesn't have a shot. Sure enough, 2 straight, just getting the hell out of there. That might even be good enough right there. Might just boost. That's a tough decision here. Do you boost? To be sure? Really close whether he's outside of Oiken's or not. And Oiken's got Gunner too. I think you just boost right. Because not only do you make sure you get away from Oiken, but then you're also putting yourself out to range 2 of Kenkirk. Because otherwise you'd have to shoot at Oiken. I think that's what you're going to see here. Boost right. And probably a lock on Kenkirk, I'd imagine. Just thinking about it. Yep, boost right. So, got 2 choices, lock or barrel roll right to get out to range 3. Yeah, I don't think that barrel would have probably put him on that asteroid. You don't want those 2 stresses, so just gonna lock. And a focused target lock. You have a very good chance of getting all 5 hits with that focused target lock. And that would pretty much be game right there in my opinion. Oh, he's only rolling 4, I'm sorry. I forgot we didn't have Jan no more. Oh, and that's Kenkirk as well, so he does have 1 agility. So 4 on 1. But he's already got 1 crit. Oh, sorry. Heavy laser cannon, duh. It's gonna lock. Gets another hit. If you spend the focus, he does. So 4 hits. Kenkirk gets the evade. Puts him 2 life. Not sure if that will matter or not coming back, because we got 1 agility. Because, you know, once they meet back up, Dash is probably going to be looking at another focused target lock attack. Probably going to get at least 3 hits. Meaning, well, if Kenkirk's got his San and he rolls an evade, he would live. So that could make a difference. Ken gets hit in a crit against 1 evade, so he's got 1 more shield on Dash. You know Oiken ain't got no shot. So now it's going to be very interesting. I just say this name, Ruauni. He's going to want to make it so both his decimators are going to shoot at Dash at the same time. He's probably not going to bank again. He's probably just going to 2 left turn and then try to clear stresses on the next 2. And he's probably just going to go really slow with Oiken. And then the objective for Typo is going to be try to single out one of those motherfuckers and get a shot on them before they close back up. And that's going to be the difference. If Ruauni can, once they meet back up, if both his decimators can fire on the same turn, that would be huge, because Kenkirk will have his stresses cleared. And Oiken will have that gunner. And Vader, don't forget about Vader. Can pull it out if he wants once he gets that shield down. Be interesting if he decides to use that too. On to round 6. I think you're probably going to see Dash bank right, and maybe barrel roll into the asteroids. You might just see Dash like 1 right, barrel roll right, then boost right, because it's Dash after all. And then he'd be in a good opportunity to just come right back in. And again, late game, Dash with such a huge advantage, just being able to fly through those asteroids like it's nothing. These fatty decimators gotta go ring around the rows. He can't risk going up into them. He does the 2 left bank, so he clears 1. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see Dash just go really fast, try to come back up and meet Kenkirk head on, finish him off, while Oiken is still trailing him going around that field. You gotta imagine you see some sort of barrel roll boost combo here. Maybe not. Nope. Question is it barrel roll right, backward, or forward? Looks like he's going backward. So now he can check for a lock. Yeah, he's probably not going to get it though. Yep, so now he's probably going to boost, I would think. Or he might just keep the stress off. So he can do a Like a 3 right turn or something next turn. Yep, you might see that. Yep. That would be my guess going into next turn. 3 right turn and then just boost barrel roll off that asteroid. He's probably going to have a shot on Kenkirk. But then Oiken will have a shot too, but I think he was willing to take that. Because Oiken's probably going to be shooting way out of range 3. And you see, like I said, it's the kind of matchup you want, but not entirely, because just the ridiculous maneuverability of these things. When you get that barrel roll engine upgrade combo, and these fatties are just... the Decimator's got a pretty good dial for how big it is. It's pretty much got everything you'd really want except the K-turn. It's just that when you're running something like experimental interface or something, the greens are kind of weird, and it's just 2 banks and then 2-3 forward. But like I said, it's kind of the matchup you want, but not really, because you just have no way of trying to close that distance to Dash. And especially with this, he's moving last. Dash can see where these Decimators are ending up before he decides what he wants to do. I don't think Kenkirk can 2 left bank out of that. I think he's got to have to turn. Here we go. Round 7. Oh no! He goes for the bank. That's off the map. Yeah, that's clearly off. Why would you do that? I guess he was worried about Dash getting a shot. That's definitely off. If you can see the target, the action, yeah, God. I don't think that's worth the risk. I understand why he did it. I think he was worried about Dash coming back and getting a pop shot at him, but I don't think it's worth a gamble there. I think you just got a left turn and live with it. He had piloted pretty well before then. Getting Kenkirk stuck on the edge there with all those stresses, that was a bit of a bad job by him. But other than that, he had piloted pretty well, but that's a critical error. Even though Kenkirk was almost dead anyway, even making Dash have to shoot at him one more time. I mean, those make the difference. So, gonna be hard for Oiken to come back here when you know he's basically gonna be shooting at range 3 every damn time from here on out. And he does have Gunner, but when you figure Dash is getting 4 attack dice, and he can focus and target lock pretty much every turn, at least focus, Oiken can only focus or target lock. Oiken's gonna be going 3 on 3 versus 4 against 0. So, and Oiken does have Gunner again, and Dash has got HLC, so no crits, but I think pretty much anyone would probably take Dash. And yeah, he's gonna barrel roll right in between those asteroids. Get a good shot on him here. And Oiken does have a focused target lock attack here, but I mean, basically, he's got to get his shields down this turn, and then next turn of firing, get a crit, and it's got to be a good one, like Blinded Pilot or a freaking